Alrighty, now this is the one of the ores. Okay. So this is the type you look for. And this stuff is pretty crumbly, so you can see all the metals in it. There's gold, silver, iron, sometimes copper, bit of silver. And this is the type of ore you go for. You don't go for the quartz, you go for the magnesite. This is where the raw gold is. You see how tiny it is. It's fine, very, very fine. Bit of silver there, a bit of gold. There's a little bit of tin in this one as well. There's a bit more silver over this side. You can see there's actually quite a bit in this one. This one's it's got quite a bit of silver in it as well. But it does have gold in it too. You can see how easy it is to crush. It's pretty soft. The gold go flaky. You can a bit of water and you rub it and it just goes to mush. So that's the crumbly stuff. So you can get harder stuff of this. It's a bit more darker. So it's not as oxidized. You see how there's a bit of oxidation through here. So this has been exposed for a while, so it started rusting inside. And then it just starts crumbling and it just releases the minerals. So that's like the outside of it. That's what it looks like. You can't really see much in it. But in the bright sunlight, you'll see these. They'll be real yellow. This is the ore you go for. So this has got mega veins. When you look at it real close, you can see all the tiny metal in it. And a bit of copper on that corner there, you can see it. But this is all the minerals, all the metals. This is how most minerals formed by impacts. You can see the real fine gold and minerals that come off. A lot of sulfide as well. So this isn't volcanic ore. This is from impacts. So the rock's actually melted. The impacts are so hard that it's blended rock and whatever is forced up from, you know, the inner crust. And this is the other type. This is a lot harder. So this looks like it's like calcite or something in it. But it's still a lot harder than that stuff. You'd think the calcite would be softer. This feels waxy. But this has also got, where is it? There. Really tiny fine gold and silver crystals through it too. And a bit of iron. You see the iron's rusting. There's not much in this one. It's more crystal mass. You can see there's a little bit in it. So these are mud flows. So they would have been hot, magma would have melted from the impacts and then mixed with certain minerals and gone solid. Some of them are gone real hard, so like these ones here are hard. But the heavy minerals, the ones with the iron and gold, are crumbly. But they're from the same area, so there's just different minerals along the different lines. So you look for the banding. I look for the orange and yellow and white banding. This is a pretty good indication that these rocks are there. You just look for the banding and find the rock and find the ore it comes from. It's pretty easy. And then you find the actual where the gold comes from. It's actually pretty easy to extract too. I've got like too much. But when you run it, you know how it catches, you can make it catch. And you don't run it fast, because it's real fine. If you run it too fast, it lifts up. So you've got to get the right flow, so it starts to settle. I run this, by tomorrow morning, all that fine gold in the water will settle. And this is the York crack down, so you can see how shiny, little sparkles all through it. And you just, that's just the steel help knock the gold off the ore. And I just do this for a few minutes. See, that's the ore there crushed. You see how much gold and shit's in it. Look at it, sparkly. Alright, I'm going to do this. Hopefully that doesn't tip. You can see it all. See it in the water? What's this? Look at it. And just keep doing that. And then after about 3 days, I'll pull the tub off and I'll get another big heap of gold again. But every time you do this, you keep all your water, you keep recycling your water, keep you reusing it, let it settle. See, this is nice like bucket, and you can see all the real fine gold still sticking. So I just let it all build up, and it'll just keep building up, building up. Once it builds up to a certain amount, it just goes all goopy, and it's easier to settle in the bottom. It's about volume. This fine stuff's pretty hard to make settle. So, but once you do, you can get quite a bit. There's still quite a bit of sulphides in that. You see all the whitish and grey powder? There's still a bit of sulphide in there. Well, you put stuff in it and it will start stinking like rotten egg. That's when you drain it off, put the stuff in. You can do that a few times. You can get most of the sulphides out. You just tip that on your garden. It's good for your garden. So, I got a pretty big garden, veggies and shit from that stuff. All the wash off water, after it settles, goes on the garden. Alrighty, no worries, it's a pretty quick rundown. So, well, this has probably been best set up yet, so the next time I do a construction of it, I'll have to show you guys how to do it. Alrighty, see ya.